Welcome to the So Social Radio Show. I'm your host, Richard Martin, along with my amazing co-host,
Cheri Martin, the WCN Interactive Team, and we are business growth, marketing, and social media strategists, helping you to
dream it, plan it, build it, and most importantly, successfully do it.
For growth, prosperity, and success. And each Wednesday at 12 noon on TalkNetworkRadio.com, we share tips and techniques to grow you and your business, plus demystify social media and marketing for you so you can have more fun
and more profits.
Yes, yes, yes. And we're excited today because of the topic of our conversation is all about content marketing. Without that, there is no marketing if you don't have content.
Well, any marketing for that fact, you got to say something, which is content. You got to write it out. Somehow you got to produce it.
And I really do hear that a lot, like when I'm training with a client or we're doing workshops. The challenge that most of us have is what to say or how to say it and, how to really make it valuable. So we're going to be kind of just having a conversation on content marketing today. What is it? Why do we need to do it? And hopefully provide you some good tips and tools that you can take and use for your content marketing today. But we do want to invite you, of course, to connect with us on Facebook at So Social Radio Show. Give us a like there. Let us know what other topics you'd like to hear a conversation on. We're all about education and want to bring you what you want to learn. You can post your questions for today's topic on our So Social Radio Show page. There is a top pin post there, so please do feel free to put your questions there. Or if you do feel so inclined, give us a call. You can call in at 321-806-3159. That's 321-806-3159. And I always take messages through my cell phone and through my private messenger during the show as well. So I'm sure we'll have questions coming at us like we usually do. But we do, of course, want to give a shout out first to our partners and sponsors. So let's do that and get the show on the road here.
They're the reason we can be here.
Mm-hmm.
Toastmaster, a world leader in communications and leadership development. Find out how you can improve your speaking and leadership skills. Visit toastmastersd84.org.
Also, Constant Contact, an award-winning company empowering small businesses and nonprofits to grow and succeed through email marketing. You too can be a marketer with one toolkit, one login. Get a 60-day free trial with Constant Contact. No contracts, no credit card needed, but you can actually get started growing your marketing list if you go to bit.ly/WCN free CTCT. That's bit.ly/WCN FREECTCT.
And everythingbrevard.com, a Brevard County, Florida community website, keeping you up to date with everything that's happening in Brevard. And get your business listing on everythingbrevard.com.
Also, a shout out to our newest partner, which is the Business Acceleration Summit with Shannon and Ari Granich. We are very thankful that they have partnered with us and have allowed us to help promote them, as well as they'll be promoting our So Social Radio Show page and WCN Interactive. But we just attended their 9th Business Acceleration Summit here in the Melbourne, Florida area at the Hilton Rialto, and they're already planning their next one, which is the 10th Business Acceleration Summit, and that is September 28, 29, and 30th this year, 2017. So definitely go to businessaccelerationsummit.com and find out how you can get registered and get more information on that amazing summit.
Fantastic. And we appreciate all our sponsors and everything that they do for us across the board. And so if you're so inclined, just call them and have a talk and see what they can help you with today.
All of our partners and information and contact information is listed on the SoSocialRadioshow.com webpage, so you can get information there.
So we're going to be discussing content.
Disgusting?
Disgusting.
Discussing, having a conversation on content. And I know that what I hear when I'm training is, they want to know all about the features and how to navigate and how to use social media. But that doesn't really matter if you don't know how to or why you're creating content. So,
well, what is content?
Well, I was going to say, let's start off by letting people know what content is, what content marketing is. Basically it is a marketing technique of just creating and distributing valuable, which is a key word there, and relevant and consistent information to those that you want to attract, whether it's a client, a prospective client, or an influencer, someone that you really would like to attract to you and hopefully acquire and start developing a relationship with. So that's what content does. It draws people to you as long as it's resonating with them.
Right. And what forms does content come in?
Oh, there's so many. And we're going to talk a lot about the different examples of all the different types of content. But one of them, of course, is just basically writing words, putting a message out there on your social platforms. That's content. Putting a picture out, even a video. Those are all different forms of content. And we're going to go into each one of those and more in some great detail today. But when you're thinking of content, what do you think holds people back from actually writing content or creating content? What do you think challenges them?
Well, I think it's an internal process within our own head, and we tend to compare ourselves with other people that are putting content up there, and we wonder, am I as good as they are? And of course, that's also a false narrative that's out there, because everybody has their own perspective. We can be talking about the same thing, and you'll come at it from your point of view. I'll come at it from my point of view, and you have to let it ride along that. Exactly.
And but why do I really need to use it? I mean, why do I need to do it as a small business person, an entrepreneur, or even a large company? Why do I need to develop content?
Okay. Well, let me break it down to one of the things that we all do, and that's going to networking events. You go to networking events and you see people, and you get up there, you say hi to somebody, and then what do? Okay, you're writing a Facebook or a LinkedIn post. You're up at the keyboard. You're ready to type. What are you going to type in? And all along, it doesn't matter whether it's print, audio, video, what channels you're using on putting that together. So, the thing is, it's all about, we have to communicate. We have to get our message out there so that people know who we are.
Well, and that's well said, Richard. In fact, when I think of content, I think of, how am I going to attract the right client to me if I don't give them information about how I can serve them, how I can help them? And that's basically what, to me, content is. It's a message. And one of the things we tend to do, not just as marketers, but any business person, we tend to get in our own way. We overthink it. We feel that we know what we want to say, but we forget to listen to what others want us to share, what others want to hear from us. So it's important to ask your questions. I mean, I always say, if you have a lot of frequently asked questions coming at you from your clients, prospects, possibly people within your leads or referral groups, that's a great place to start. Write those frequently asked questions down, like in a notebook, and start creating content from there. It could go into a blog. It could help you do a live video. It could also help you create an image, which we call memes, which then we put a little quote or some kind of a tip on that image and we send that out. That's all content. But it also helps us. Maybe we have 5 tips that we want to share with our audience to help them and to guide them in a direction where they can then maybe do something that would make their business grow or use our product or whatever it is that we are promoting. With those tips, you don't have to put them all out at once. You can do one at a time. That's like 5 tweets. It could be a blog. You could blog about it and then take that blog and break it down. That's one of the easiest ways to really develop content. Don't sit there and think you have to sit down and write and write and write, because that's what stops people. That's that fear. Oh my gosh, I don't really know how to write. I don't like to write. I don't feel I can write. So then they don't create content. But if you have, as I said, those questions that are constantly asked of you or your industry or something that's trending, that's where you start. And guess what? You don't have to create your own. You can actually research and find other people writing about that content that you can then share with your audience. And that helps your audience then kind of breathe a little easier, that they don't have to go do that research. They're like, okay, Cheri's going to do that, so I'm just going to follow Cheri on social media because she's going to put down what's the latest and greatest whatever. And then they can go work on what they do best, which is their business. So what I like to do is I'll share a formula. I know I've shared it with a lot of our workshop attendees. I also believe have shared it a couple of times on our radio show. But one of the easiest ways when you think of content is to think of a formula. And what I mean by that is it's a breakdown of content, because we tend to think that, oh my gosh, I've got to put stuff up there to sell them. You know, yes, we want to make money. We all want to make money in our business, and we all want to have people buy from us so that we can serve them and hopefully, make an impact and, make a difference in someone's life, whether it's our product or service. However, hopefully this little formula, when it comes to social media, will help you vary your content so that you will get better engagement, because basically that's why we want to have content. We want a conversation. Without a conversation, we're speaking to ourselves. That's why we invite anyone that would like to hear more information about how or have questions about content to give us a call at 321-806-3159. Or again, come over to the So Social Radio Show page on Facebook, and on the top pin post, write a question there right on in the comments section. But in this formula, how you can really look at changing up your content, it's called the 50-30-20 formula. And basically 50%, that's 50% of your content should be interesting and entertaining. Now, what type of content would that be, Richard? Interesting and entertaining.
It can be anything that happens in your life. You go to an event, you go networking, you meet somebody at the pub, and they have an interesting take on a particular a topic. All of this is content, and I think a lot of us, including me, we overthink content. We have this mentality. Well, I'm going to be judged in what I put out there, and yes, you are, but no, you're really not on that side of it, because the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. Mm-hmm. The more comfortable you get, the more fun it is. The more fun it is, then you have an opportunity to maybe make a little bit of money off of your content by doing blogs and other things along those lines. So there's a myriad of reasons why, but you have to pick the one that's closest and nearest and dearest to your own heart, mm-hmm. so you can express it from your soul. Well,
and again, we don't want to, it can seem very daunting, and it can seem like a lot of work when we're creating content. But when you're thinking through about having a conversation, think about how you talk to somebody face to face. And what type of questions are they asking? That's the type of content that you're writing down and then posting out on social media. And people love to talk about themselves. So that's why we have to remember that it's important to not write or post what we want, but what that end user that we are hoping to attract would want. We have to understand who our audience is. Who is that who that we want to attract, who we want to have a conversation with.